All right, everyone. Today's word is elapse. Who has heard it before? Hmm. Does it have something to do with time? Yes. Elapse is a verb that means to pass or go by, usually about time. Student to it's like time passed? Exactly. Some synonyms are pass, go by, slip by. Can you give a simple example? Sure. 2 hours elapsed before the train finally arrived. Oh, so it emphasizes the time that passed. Yes, elapse is often used to talk about time periods passing, sometimes in formal writing. Ali, can it be used for short or long periods of time? Yes. Only a few minutes elapsed before she called back. Several years elapsed before they met again. So it can describe any amount of time passing from minutes to years. The students are planning a club activity. We started at 4:30 and now it's almost 5. Then you can say half an hour has elapsed since we started the meeting. That sounds much more formal than 30 minutes passed. Exactly. Elapse is often used in formal or written English. If you start cooking at 3 p.m. and finish at 4:30 p.m., how much time has elapsed? Students, 1 hour and 30 minutes has elapsed. Perfect. Can we use it for deadlines? Yes. For example, 3 days have elapsed since the submission deadline. It emphasizes the time that has gone by since a specific event. So elapse is all about measuring the passing of time formally. Let's summarize elapse. Elapse, verb, to pass or go by, usually about time. Synonyms pass, go by, slip by, used for minutes, hours, days, years, or any time periods. Common in formal writing, reports, deadlines, and storytelling. Time really elapses fast when we are learning English. Exactly. And today, a lot of knowledge has elapsed into your minds. If you want, I can also make a got it. Let's make a long, interesting dialogue about the word dire using examples, synonyms, and a clear scenario. I'll also include a question answer like before. Dialogue, a dire situation. Scene, an English club meeting. Students are discussing current events and emergency situations. All right, everyone, today's word is dire. Who has heard it before? I think it means something really bad, like serious. Exactly. Dire is an adjective that means extremely serious or urgent. So it's like a warning? Yes. Often it shows danger or a very serious problem. Some synonyms are terrible, dreadful, urgent, critical. Can you give a simple example? Of course. The country is facing a dire shortage of clean water. Oh, that means the problem is very serious, not just a little shortage. Exactly. The word dire emphasizes urgency and danger. Ali, can we use it for personal problems too? Teacher, absolutely. For example, she was in dire need of help after the accident. So dire need means she really, really needed help? Yes, it shows it's urgent and serious. The students are watching a news clip about a storm. Look at this flooding. The news says residents are in dire circumstances. Exactly. That means the situation is critical and dangerous. So we can use it for emergencies, disasters, or really urgent problems. If a patient needs medicine immediately or they could die, what kind of situation is it? It is a dire situation. Perfect. Ali, can we also use it in warnings? Yes, you can say, the doctor warned that ignoring the symptoms could have dire consequences. Failure to prepare for the storm could lead to dire results. So it shows seriousness, danger, or risk in almost any context. Let's summarize dire. Dire, adjective, extremely serious, urgent, or dangerous. Synonyms, terrible, dreadful, urgent, critical. Can be used for problems, disasters, emergencies, personal needs, or consequences. Often appears in news, warnings, or formal writing. I hope we never have to use it in our lives personally. Teacher. Yes, but it's very useful to describe situations clearly and seriously. Time elapsed at summer camp. Leo arrived at summer camp with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. On the first day, he watched the clock as hours slowly elapsed. The morning activities seemed to drag, and he wondered how quickly the day would pass. By noon, much time had already elapsed, and Leo realized he had made friends during those few hours. Watching the sun move across the sky, He noticed how quickly hours could elapse when he was enjoying himself. During a team challenge, the camp counselor reminded them, only 30 minutes will elapse before the next activity. Be ready. Leo understood that the word elapse simply meant that time passes, usually measured carefully. That evening, as the day began to elapse into night, Leo felt a strange mix of tiredness and happiness. He realized that even though the day had started slowly, so much had elapsed without him noticing. Later, while writing in his camp journal, Leo reflected, it's amazing how time can elapse differently depending on what you do. Sometimes hours seem to crawl, but sometimes minutes elapse in a flash. By the end of the week, he looked back and realized that a whole week had elapsed since he arrived. So much had happened, yet it felt like only a few days. He understood that elapse is a word often used to measure or describe the passing of time carefully. When he left camp, he promised himself to cherish every moment, knowing how quickly hours and days elapse, sometimes without even noticing.